we need to maximize our cash flow this week to ensure we hit our $700 goal. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video, we're going to talk about our plans to maximize that cash flow to hit our weekly goal. But if you're new to the channel, this is an income generating account where our goal is to collect at least $700. We do this every single week through selling cash secured puts, covered calls, credit spreads, and collecting dividends. So first things first, my favorite way to generate income is selling options. But guys, remember, my trades are my opinions. They should never be taken as financial advice. So the first thing I'm looking at is Snap to $7.50 cash secure put. What does that mean? That means I agreed to buy Snap or Snapchat for $7.50 per share. Because I agreed to do so, I got paid a nice $68 credit per contract when I opened the position, and I already rolled it back in October to collect $102. So I have collected hundreds of dollars on Snapchat just to agree to buy it. That is fantastic. I love selling options. So I'm going to roll this position out until January 2nd. It's hard to believe we're coming up on 2026. I really cannot believe it. And I'm going to look at the $7.50 strike. It looks like the last trade was $22, so I'm going to get total after buying to close, selling to open, $34 right there to start the week. So collecting $34. Hopefully Snapchat pulls back a little bit and I can make even more money. I have some covered calls set to expire this week. Remember, covered calls, that means I'm agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price rather than buy. Still get paid a credit, so... and then MSTU, this one's really run down on me, but I'm still going to try to roll it out, collect a small credit. Maybe we look at the March, honestly. $4 and the $4 strike. Maybe they don't have the $4.50 strike there yet, but once it pulls on the chain, we will roll this position. And the goal is to basically roll all these positions out until January, capture another $100 or so on it. And then we also have some dividends hitting the account here, so let's take a look at those. Before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to the wonderful Premium Generals. It's a private group where I post exclusive content, such as educational videos on how to sell a cash secured put, how to sell a covered call, how to do a credit spread, how to do a debit spread, and also, every trade that I make, when I make it, I make sure the Premium Generals are in the know. Right when I make that trade, I send it to them. On top of that, any portfolio updates I make, especially with, selling ULTY, what I did with some of the money and things like that, my plans for future with the account, everything goes through the Premium Generals. On top of that, you get to be in every single video. So it sounds like a win to me. It's $10. Come check it out. See your face in the videos. Maybe you'll learn something as well. Join us on this educational journey. It's a lot of fun. And I also do have a Fiverr. I'll put that link in the description. If you're interested in a little bit more one-on-one option selling education, we'll jump on phone calls, things like that. I will put that link in the description as well. But subscribe to the channel, leaving likes, that is a tremendous help, my friends, as we work our way towards 5,000 subscribers. And with that being said, let's get back in that video. And we are back here in our trade history. We have a couple dividends set to hit 2 weeks from now, which is the Cornerstone funds, which I am trying to get 1,000 shares of each of those. They pay once a month, and they pay about 15%, between 14 and 18% per yield, and that's pretty good. It's not as high as the Yield Max funds, but a lot more stabilization. So the week of the 28th, I'm going to have $200 coming just from them on top of all the dividends we're going to get from COY, TSYY. As you can see, we have about $68 coming from COYY this week, as well as $138 from TSYY. So that's about $200 we are going to collect just from them. So just to start the week, we're looking at $200. We collected $38 from YBIT. I expect to get around $38 to $40 on that every single week. So right there, that's going to give us around $238. Assume we can collect about $100 from rolling options. That'll put us at $338. So then we will open a couple new cash secured puts. and we will sell out all but 500 shares of ULTY, which I talked about in yesterday's video, so I'm not really going to go into too much detail about that. Yesterday we talked about the reverse split that ULTY YieldMax has filed for, 10-1. I really wish they would have started with like a 3-1, but nonetheless, so 10-1, I'm going to take this down to 500 shares, assuming I'm able to get just over $4 a piece for these. That's about $6,000, and 1,500 of it is earmarked to get me the rest of the way to 1,000 shares of CLM, and then I will have 1,000 of each of those, and that was my goal. And I might reinvest their distributions. I'm not sure yet, or I might put them into some other funds. We will see. But nonetheless, we're going to continue to grow some nice yielding dividends. Not necessarily the 100% yielders like YieldMax has, but I have been looking at XDTE. It's one that's recently come up on my radar. I mean, if we look over its time since November of 2024, 1 year, it has dropped about $10, but, 18%. I think it's going to kind of flatten out a little bit more. We did have quite a pull down here, and it even actually came back up a little bit. So I think XDT is on my radar. Same with QDTE. I was in RDT at the beginning of the year, and I sold out to buy more ULTI, and I'm honestly glad I did, because I sold out when it was like 40-some bucks, and that had quite a bit of a pull down as well. So I don't plan on buying any more YieldMax funds for right now. Same with Granite shares. I'm probably honestly going to reinvest the distributions from TSYY as well as the distributions from COYY back into them to kind of grow them naturally, but I don't think I'm going to put any extra money into that. I mean, $138 into TSYY is going to get me a decent amount of shares. $68 into COYY, give me another 6 shares or so. So I'll take that, grow those slowly with our own cash, continue to roll options, and then when the market comes back around, the next time we roll these positions, they'll get even more cash. So I love rolling positions, combining that with some high-yielding dividends. It makes it relatively easy to hit our $700 for the week without having to dig into too much buying power. I do want to use some of this. I want to take this down to probably $80,000 cash available, just to, kind of get some more shares in the portfolio, as well as open some new cash secured puts. So that's kind of my plan for Monday, for the week ahead, to maximize our cash flow, guys. And I appreciate each and every one of you that are taking the time to watch the video. Leave me a thumbs up in the comment below if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.